There are three documents that I get a lot of questions about because in some ways they sound similar or they seem to do similar things. And so I'd like to explain what they all are. The DNR, the living will, and an actual last will and testament. The living will is the document that you sign that says in certain circumstances, extreme circumstances where perhaps I'm brain dead, I'm being kept alive, God forbid, artificially. So the most extreme circumstances that you can think of where somebody is in a coma with no reasonable expectation of recovery. In these very, very extreme circumstances where the only reason that you may be alive is because of some sort of artificial life prolonging procedure. And if you know that's not what you want for yourself, that's when you would do a living will. So it's your statement right now, while you have the ability to understand and communicate that if God forbid that day should ever come that that happens to you, that you don't want to be kept alive that way. And basically you want them to, I mean, I hate to say it, but the phrase is pull the plug, right? That's what a living will says. It's your expression of that. And some of you may remember many years ago a very sad case of a young woman, Terry Chavo, who was in a coma. The doctors did not think she was anything more than really in a vegetative state, but she had not signed a living will. And so in that situation, her husband and her parents were in court fighting out what her fate would be. Of course, there are rules about the next of kin, but sometimes those are challenged. So it's really good to have on your side your expression of your wishes. The difference between that and a DNR, the do not resuscitate order, is that in a DNR, that is only under a very, very limited circumstance. That is only if your heart should stop beating. The question is, do you want to be resuscitated? And that is a document that you sign with your physician. It's a downloadable document from the state. It's not even considered something that lawyers do. Your doctor may have one. They're printed on yellow paper. And that is only in the circumstance that if your heart should stop beating, you don't want to be resuscitated. The living will covers a much broader category of catastrophic circumstances, and that's something you decide ahead of time, and that is more of a legal document that we can help you prepare. Sometimes people get that confused with what's the difference between a living will and a will. A will, or your last will and testament, is more about where does your stuff go when you pass away. That's a whole separate category. That's estate planning for where your assets go, who's going to take care of your estate after you pass. The living will and the DNR are documents you sign while you're alive for how you want to be treated at end of death.